Hello, everybody, and welcome to Horizon Forbidden West. You join us here in our awesome base, and we're going to chat with Gaia so we can learn some information about the Farzinus, the strangers, you know, all these people, the clone, and all the stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of questions and stuff. And then after that, we'll do some exploring and maybe do some side quests.
Hello, Aloy.
Hi. Why is her second half not there?
So you're ready?
Yes. Initialization is complete. All tests show that my heuristic matrix launched correctly and is stable. You must have many questions.
Yeah. But two big ones first.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? No. Subordinate functions, the strangers. Let's ask about them first. I'm assuming the space people.
Yeah.
Well, we're assuming space people. Anytime you have vast increases in technology, it's never the people that live in the caves. Well, I don't know, I guess it could be Fallout where you have all this stuff from the past in the working order, but normally it's space. Oh man. Or we assume
Maybe
that.
you can help me make sense of something. A while ago, I had a run-in with a group of strangers who tried to kill me. They had machine servitors and a clone of Elizabeth Sobek with them.
Yes, this was recorded by your focus.
Do you know who they are?
The answer to that question is related to the extinction signal that woke Hades, prompting my predecessor's self-destruction.
The extinction signal? Okay, that sounds ominous.
The signal did not come from Earth, Aloy. The calculations are complicated, but it appears to have originated 81 trillion kilometers away.
This is when you start using light years, Gaia.
I know, really.
Because
81 quadrillion inches away.
It requires 8.611 years to cross it.
okay, yeah, so 8.6 light years, which is very far.
That
but
is really far.
What's so far away, and why does it want us dead?
The Sirius star system.
Sirius? But that's where Farzinith, their ship...
The Odyssey.
Yes, that's where it was headed. But it blew up. Unless... I don't... Why make it seem like they failed? They didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want future humans to think that they were out there. Wait. The strangers who tried to kill me at the Hades Proving Lab? The ones with the clone? Are you saying that they're from... that they're descendants of... Farzinith?
Yes, that is my conclusion.
The sole purpose of the signal was to destroy life on Earth, right? Why would descendants of Farzinith want to do that?
At this point, we can only speculate.
I mean, Earth posed no threat to them. We don't have the technology to get in their way. We didn't even know about them.
True.
Unless... well... could it be that they want the planet for themselves? The strangers I ran into, they were after a Gaia backup of their own. I mean, if they did that... if they booted their own Gaia and boosted her power... until she could take control of Hephaestus. And then the whole terraforming system.
Then yes, the system could be used to do what the extinction signal failed to accomplish. Snuff out life, and then potentially to build an entirely new biosphere. To their specifications.
So they could be trying to do the same thing we are.
But with opposite results.
Extinction. Instead of salvation. Well, this is not good.
I'd be curious how that's supposed to work, because if Gaia's whole main point is to... well, I mean, I don't know. Gaia's high level of technology, but theirs would be far above, so maybe it could just override her ability to, whatever. But yeah, just she's not going to want to kill humans, and they're just like, kill them all. And she's like, okay. But again, I think they're just the higher technology. How did the descendants get here? Probably traveled here, Aloy, on a spaceship. No.
You said
Yeah.
Sirius is really far from Earth.
81 trillion kilometers, or 8.611 light years.
Right. So, how would the descendants have gotten here?
On a spacecraft much like the Odyssey, though significantly more advanced. The journey from Earth to Sirius would have taken the Odyssey almost 300 years. This appears to have been much faster. If their ship departed Sirius at the same moment the extinction signal first began transmitting, the journey was made in just 29 years at an average of 0.297 the speed of light. If they did not set out for Earth until they learned of the extinction signal's failure, the journey was even faster, a mere 13 years, or 0.662 the speed of light.
Okay, enough. You're making my head spin. The descendants I ran into at the Hades Proving Lab, they had a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. So that's consistent with the idea that they came here to salvage Zero Dawn technologies, right?
Yes. As your own experience demonstrates, a clone of Elizabeth Sobek functions in effect as a key to the terraforming system.
But how could they have made a clone?
The Odyssey carried approximately 200,000 human zygotes, millions of animal zygotes, and billions of plant seeds. It is conceivable that Elizabeth Sobek's genetic material was sampled, with or without her knowledge, and carried aboard the ship in storage.
That's... okay, but... I mean... This clone... How could she participate in this? Destroying Elizabeth's dream? It's evil.
It is difficult to know. Perhaps she is loyal to the group and shares their objectives. Or perhaps she is a subordinate and has no choice but to comply with their orders.
Elizabeth Sobek? A subordinate? I don't think so.
Again, clone is not... Like, again, you have... I understand what you mean where clone is not the same as a twin, but it's like if you assume they are, quote, the same, you have two people, they will have, at the very least, different experiences and will turn out differently just because of the nature of how life works anyway. The signal and other subordinate functions, is that... Okay, question about that. I kind of went through some of them.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
So the signal could only have been sent by someone who had thorough knowledge of the system, huh?
Yes. The signal's design was exceptionally precise and highly advanced. Were its intentions less malevolent, I would admire the intellect or intellects that produced it.
So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounter with them at the Proving Lab amply demonstrates, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
Yeah, no kidding. The one I fought seemed indestructible.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. For example, assuming I absorbed Hephaestus and utilized it to create a large force of combat machines. No shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting after a total of 17.22 years. So the duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light-years away. Because it was Far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
We're not going to be able to fix the biosphere without making you whole. I ran a search for your subfunctions at the Hades Proving Lab, but Minerva was the only one I found.
Thankfully, the sensory capabilities of this facility are far more advanced. I will search for the others now. Transmitting query pattern. Receiving.
I can't be certain, but I'm betting that all those nodes are like towers that Gaia had built
Probably.
to
Apollo, Artemis,
gather
and
data.
Olympia, I can find no trace. They are simply gone.
What about the others?
Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon are revealed. They lie within reach, procurable.
And Hephaestus?
It too stands revealed, but it is not like the others.
That's for sure.
In the years since the extinction signal, Hephaestus has evolved. Moreover, it is not confined to a single location. It haunts the global network that connects cauldrons to each other across the planet, making it exceptionally difficult to subdue.
Let me guess. We need it bad?
Correct. Its capabilities are essential. Without it, I can only delay the extinction of life on Earth. Hephaestus is our only hope of a permanent solution.
So we start there?
Unfortunately, we cannot. Procuring Hephaestus can only be attempted after my own capabilities have been significantly enhanced.
Grab the other subordinate functions first, then Hephaestus.
Precisely so.
So, Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon. How do I capture them?
To recover a subordinate function, you will have to travel to its location and find the physical processor to which it escaped. Then, exactly as you did with Minerva, you must use the master override to revert the subordinate function to its original code state.
And then how do I get it back here?
The subordinate function must be loaded onto a data storage device and physically carried back to this facility.
The cartridge your root kernel was stored on?
Yes. Its capacity is limited, so it can only carry one subordinate function at a time. But in all other respects, it will suffice.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Unfortunately, I have no way to track them. They have disappeared without a trace.
The three subordinate functions that you detected. What do we know about them?
All three are relevant to problems currently plaguing the biosphere. Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life. If all three were restored to me, they would constitute a massive increase to my heuristic processing density. But beware. Their responses to my query pattern were irregular. In human terms, they are frightened, lost, and paranoid.
Like Minerva. They need to be whole again.
Exactly.
You said you need Hephaestus to save life from extinction. Why?
Every subordinate function has value, but Hephaestus is by far the most important. Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
And also thinking about it, if Hephaestus is not making machines to keep them alive, so he's not making dangerous machines, you won't have the issue with dangerous machines, basically. Like, you just won't have it. Because the derangement started when she died.
Yeah,
Gaia essentially died, quote unquote. But yeah, when she would subordinate functions, the extinction protocol and everything. Why wait to subdue Hephaestus?
Given Hephaestus's importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it first?
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, launched and merged with Minerva, I am operating at less than 1/5, 18.8%, of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me rather than the other way around. A merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity, exceeding that of Hephaestus.
You said Hephaestus isn't located in just one place.
Correct. Unlike the other subordinate functions, which are confined to discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So, when the time comes to subdue it, how do we make that happen?
I do not know. While you are retrieving the procurable subordinate functions, I will attempt to find a solution.
Could Hephaestus help defeat the Zeniths? Yeah, because we kind of have two problems at this point.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So could you build an army of machines? Attack the descendants of Far Zenith and take them out?
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm also thinking kind of similar to the whole, what's it called? What's the robot? iRobot? That's the one with Sunny or whatever his name. They have the three laws or whatever, and so it's like they can't harm humans, but then that one kind of goes above. I'm just thinking like Gaia has that innate kind of conscience. It's like I don't want to harm human life, and she said something about preserving human life above all. But the whole thing about splitting the subordinate functions, Hephaestus's role was just make machines, and so again, it's like humans are killing my machines. Okay, make deadlier machines. So it was just like not caring about them and so on.
What is the state of the biosphere? Is the terraforming system functioning at all?
In a sense, the terraforming system never stopped functioning. The difference, since my predecessor's destruction, is that there has been no central governing intelligence to monitor its robotic agents and assign new tasks. As a result, errors have accrued, and day by day, the biosphere has gradually veered ever more sharply towards destruction. In recent months, disturbances in the biosphere have become obvious. But these bellwether phenomena offer just the merest glimpse of the complex and accelerating cycles of environmental dysfunction, now driving Earth's biosphere towards collapse.
And you can't do anything to stop it?
If you can return Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter to me, I can improvise modest corrections to parts of the system. Weather will improve, water will be purified, and rampant plant growth curtailed. But such corrections will not stave off collapse. They will only buy us time. Only with Hephaestus can I design and produce new robotic agents designed to permanently reverse the damage that has accumulated. All efforts must be directed toward that end.
How long do we have then?
At present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts. I guess I should get going and start bringing back subordinate functions. What can you tell me about their locations?
When my predecessor destroyed herself, the subordinate functions sought physical processors capable of holding them. So in each case you will be looking for a powerful computer of some kind. Ether is the closest, and therefore might be the easiest to acquire. However, it appears to be in the middle of Tanakh territory. My knowledge of that tribe is limited to data I read on your focus, but they seem to have a significant inclination towards violence.
Well, that's a nice way to put it. What about Poseidon and Demeter?
Poseidon has taken shelter in the desert south of this location. My substratal geography data indicates that a major old-world settlement called Las Vegas was located there.
A ruin in the middle of the desert, huh? Strange place for an AI devoted to water.
Agreed. As for Demeter, it appears to be located on the coast to the far west. Unfortunately, I am unable to provide any relevant data about the region. As such, it may be the most difficult to retrieve.
Okay, so 3 subordinate functions to go after. Ether, somewhere in Tanakh territory. Poseidon in the desert, and Demeter on the coast.
Where will you begin?
Oh gosh. She's like, Ether, you want to be around level 17. Like,
Yeah.
What are these levels? I mean, it'll be.
This doesn't
Ether.
really matter. I think it's like it's
Yeah.
just she'll give you more
I think I'll head
information
for
about
Ether.
it.
Then I will assign Ether as the objective on your focus. If you obtain it, I may be able to use it to quell the most severe storms in the region. Though I will require Hephaestus and the control over machines that it offers to permanently stabilize the biosphere. Should you change your mind, you can update your objective via your focus interface at any time. I will also transmit a summary of available data on all of the subordinate functions to you for reference. Is there anything else I can help you with? I know you have a great deal to accomplish.
I do, don't I?
Is something wrong?
I don't know. It's just that Elizabeth set the bar pretty high. She had a dream for you, for life on Earth, and a lot has gone wrong, and it's all on my shoulders to fix it. Do you think I can do it all? Repair the system, defeat Var Zenith? Live up to her example?
Absolutely. In her last message, my predecessor declared her unwavering conviction in your success. In you, all things are possible. You prevailed in purging Hades and rebooting my system core. You will prevail in this.
Thank you, Gaia. Well, I guess I should get going.
I have unlocked the facility's exits. One leads onward to the west. The other leads back down the mountain to Plainsong, should you wish to return east.
Varl?
Whoa! Gonna have to get used to that. That's you, Aloy?
Yeah. Gaia's opened the exits to this place. Can you and Zoe meet me by the west door?
Be right there.
The Varl? Is that you, Aloy? Like, who else has this number? Like, not number, but, you know, it's like...
Who else can contact you via,
Right.
Zoe, but you're with her, so yeah.
Although I see what he means. We've never had that before.
Varl and Zoe
That
are
would be a
waiting for me
weird
by
thing.
the west exit.
We're going to do a few side quests. One of them we just kind of left here. Hopefully these miners are fine, because they've been stuck
Yeah.
underground probably for a long time.
And hopefully
Called
we can handle this.
Deep
too.
Trouble. So,
It's level 5.
yeah, we should be able
We're
to...
only 7 levels above, so I don't know. Now this is compared to, or I think this is kind of
Looks like the miners are in trouble.
that relates to Barren Light. I think these are the miners. Is Barren Light the place?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no. The other one.
Chain Scrape.
Yeah,
That's what
Chain
it
Scrape.
is. Yeah.
I actually
So-
need a bunch of berries. I think I used them all last time.
Oh yeah. Do you want to do a recap of Deep Trouble? Like go to the quest. and-
Okay. Yeah, well, from what I understand, I would just read it. Like an Ingenostrum miner is worried about the rest of his crew who have been working underground under dangerous conditions. Basically, I think we just found somebody and he was like, "Oh, can you help me? My friends are."
That's right,
That was
yeah.
it. There's not really a lot of information. Hopefully, we'll get more here. You're the same guy. No, you're not. Okay, I thought it was the same guy that went
good?
to the Forbidden West. I'm like, how?
I'm okay.
You're teleporting.
Thank you, Corvin.
Corvind? Arnav sent me. I'm...
Not now.
Easy. What happened?
Explosion in the mine. Water flooded the whole place. Some of my guys are still... They're still down there. I can't stop.
You've done enough. How many are still down there? Corvind, how many?
Two, I think. 2 more.
I'll do what I can.
That's 6 in total.
Yeah.
Like no, Aloy. He's just saying 2.
Yeah. Okay, six men, and then she gets 2 out, and she's like, "There's 4 more in here."
find the others.
She breaks down.
Now,
Corvin's like, "No, this is all there is.
Gotta
There's
find
no
those
one
two
else."
miners. Quick.
in a serious note, this just reminded me of. Well, I don't remember how many years ago, but it was in Thailand when there was the monsoons and those soccer players or football players were trapped in the caving system. There is a documentary on Disney Plus about it called The Rescue.
I get that.
It is so well done. It is awesome. I would recommend it. It's like, I mean, these people don't believe in God or anything like that, which Stephen and myself do, and we can just like, man, God was all over this helping them, because there's like so many things that we're like, yeah, this is not going to work. It's impossible. It's suicide. Hey, it worked. How did that happen? So yeah, it's so good. I would recommend it.
Can I get up?
I'll dry off. Actually,
I think I'm starting to see things. Is that a
You got
door?
food? I'm just here to see if you got food.
You're still smoking?
Yeah.
No. After what you
okay?
did?
Who are you?
Corvin sent me. Are you hurt?
My leg. I was a little too close to the blast.
What happened?
We were blasting in the farthest tunnel, but the scaffolding didn't hold. It collapsed. I think it blocked the drainage shaft. Water started flooding the place as quick as I drink ale. I barely managed to drag us here.
So something's keeping the water inside the tunnels.
What are you thinking?
I've got an idea. Are there more explosives?
Are you crazy?
Yeah, she'll still be some up top, but you'll need these fuses.
Are you crazy?
You can't move, and I'm not leaving you here. It's not like she can make things worse.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't be too sure.
I need to
Well,
find
what?
Don't worry, we're in a video game world, so the water will never rise. You're fine.
Yeah.
I'm curious why the Oseram, like, they have all those metal things on their arms, their
Almost
chest.
there.
Like, is it... I don't think the game ever describes it,
There's the debris blocking the shaft.
but I'm curious if it's
If we
just
can reach those explosives
decoration
on
or if it
track,
has
maybe I can blast through the blockage.
some purpose behind it. That'd be kind of cool if it
Where's
did have purpose.
The debris blocking the shaft.
Your little scan.
Well, I like how the game, you know, like Aloy will see something, she's be like, "Okay, I know exactly what to do now." I'm like, I don't know what to
Yeah.
do. What am I doing?
Yeah,
Aloy,
sometimes-
describe it.
That happens to me, like, I'm playing Divinity on Ravager channel, and they'll be like, "I see something," and I'm like, "Wait, what? What did you see? What did you see?
Right.
Highlight
would
it
be nice,
for me."
It would be nice to know, or it would be nice if you could like tap a button. It would like zoom in. So I don't know. Somehow help you because yeah, there's been
Games are usually pretty good at, like, you know, they highlight it so you know, oh, that's what they saw. But
Yeah,
you know, not all games, I guess, do that.
Ha ha ha! Not sure how I got a second secret strike, whatever, silent strike, because they literally were like, "There she is," and then I ducked behind a rock, and they were like, "Where'd she go?" Wow,
Yeah, very
you're
short-term memory.
what would you call that? Your spatial something? What would you call that? Like if you as a human see a like a bolt and it roll under a table, you're not like, "Where'd the bolt go?" Like you know it's under the table. What would you call that? Like spatial something? Spatial intelligence or something like that? Like you're aware of where things went, sort of. I don't know. I was saying it's lacking on them because they literally were just like, "I lost him." Yeah. Detonate explosives. It was just like, just fire arrows right there. Boom. Okay, that sounds like a horrible idea. Whatever.
It's falling in the water.
Yeah, I don't. I don't understand how that's supposed to work, but whatever. She literally just like, here's a bomb, throws it in the water. Boom! It solved our problems. I'm like, I don't see how that worked, but sure.
Guess that got its attention.
She's so dead.
We don't know that.
Ooh, the ghost of Aloy, come to haunt you.
Yeah, exactly.
You did it.
I thought you blew yourself up.
Are you two okay from here?
I can get this idiot down. Don't you worry. Thanks, kid.
We don't look that.
Yeah, we're like the
different of
same age, buddy.
I mean, she's young. Like if she, I'm trying to think of when
She's probably like in her early 20s.
Yeah, I think
assume.
I would think at like her highest, not highest age, what do you call it? Oldest age is like 25.
Come on.
I don't think she's 25 though, because the whole thing with the
Let
boon
Corvin know his men are all
was
right.
like when you were 18 or 20. Maybe she might have been like 19 when she did that. And then this whole ordeal with the last game and everything, and then she searched for GAIA for 6 months and so on. We don't even know when your birthday is, Aloy. How have we never?
I mean, she is setting the bar incredibly high. So she's like, you know, all right, it's a new year. What can I do so that this year is better than my last year?
Yeah, like
Well, I saved the world last
I found
year,
what you
so
mentioned. They're safe, but could probably use a hand. Is that everyone?
It is. I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't shown up. I knew we were blasting too much, but the man who staked the claim here, Ulvund, he kept pushing and pushing me. I tried to shield my crew from his constant demands every damn day. I should have been stronger.
You were there for your crew when they needed you. That counts for something.
Ulvund can threaten me all he wants. I am not letting my people back into those mines.
Will you be all right?
Yes. I can take it from here. You are owed, Huntress.
I'll make a note. No. She keeps track of all the favors she does everyone.
All right.
Yeah.
Corbin, I owe you. He owes me a favor.
Just initial here and here. Okay, I will be back in a few months to collect some form of payment. What?
All right, what quest do you want to do now?
These are all rocks. Okay. Yeah, the next kind of, I mean, they're not really on the list. Well, actually, there's one that's semi-close by. Side quest, and I think it was this one. Yeah, ish. I'll fast travel, but there was the Twilight Karja. They were on a route to go to this thing, and they found a Thunderbird, or someone found a Thunderbird. They're in the way, and they don't leave. They want to leave. So we're just going to go chat with them and see what we can do, because I know the Thunderbird parts basically are very expensive. Okay, we are back in Chain Scrape. Actually, remember or looked at the map and saw this again, but there's a guy here we can talk to. I think he is the person, one of the Ostrom, who was trying to force these Shadow Karja that are,
probably. He looks like a jerk.
The Shadow Twilight Karja? I don't know, the Twilight Karja. Yeah, this is the guy.
The machine hunter that bailed out the Karja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A Stormbird. Nailed him myself with the harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing. And it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Karja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Karja lovers. On your blasted way.
Yeah, that guy's a jerk.
I'll just take your stuff then. No. Hi, we'll take your berries and this something else.
And your stealth generous, whatever that was called.
Yeah, some generous supply cache, whatever. I'm trying to find the path that way. Okay. I guess I'll probably just bring us back when we get.
Yeah, it's like that song that they sing in Rings of Power. What is it? Like, nobody goes off path and nobody walks, or nobody left behind, or whatever. Oh, you haven't watched it, really. Anybody in the comments, you know what I'm talking about, if you watched it. Which is a really weird song. The whole part with the hobbits was probably my least favorite part.
Rock.
But let me know, guys, if you watch that show, The Rings of Power, on Amazon. Let me know what you think. I'm curious. I know there's people that just
got it.
Absolutely hate
Why'd
it.
I get plus 6 XP or whatever that was?
What did you do?
Nothing. It was like plus 6 Valor knockdown. Yeah. I was like, what? I haven't even laid any traps. Like, if something happened, it was not with my... Maybe I was, like, in range of somebody that did something, and it was like, oh, Aloy did that. Yeah.
But, like, for the Rings of Power, I've heard people either absolutely hate it, or they're like, yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it, but I don't know all of the
later, for sure.
Tolkien lore and the Silmarillion and all the backstory. I don't know all that stuff, so...
Dun dun dun. Killed the raccoon.
We'll see how it does come season 2, whenever that happens. Probably next year or something.
How many episodes? Were they releasing them every so often?
Yeah, I think they're done. Like, I think the season's done.
Wait,
though.
what?
There's maybe like
I'm going
7 or 8 episodes, maybe?
This way.
I think.
Okay.
Those people are under attack. Hey! You up there! Aren't you gonna help?
Trying to
There we go.
blast this
Kabloom.
thing so you can blow up. Ooh, there we go. Okay, that took out a...
That did not do very much.
No, it took out the other thing. Yeah, he's dead.
Nice.
I guess just a fun little, like, last whatever. Throw it. It's like a little miniature grenade.
Better check on the refugees.
Don't forget to grab the antlers as well.
Guess the show's over.
Lie still. You defended
Are
the
you
order
okay?
bravely. Easy now.
What are you doing? He's like comforting him with her sword.
Is it bad, Lokasha?
Lie still.
Shh, now.
Lie still.
Everything will be fine.
Is everyone okay?
Bruised, but not buried. Our order will live to see another day.
Are you sure about that?
We're no strangers to hardship, Nora. We've crossed half the Sundom with no more than the clothes on our backs. And as soon as our Sun Priest returns, our path will be clear. For now, we wait.
Well, you're better off waiting somewhere else. Your people need shelter. There's a town east of...
Chainscrape. Yes. We know of it. Savohar says it's not suitable for us.
Who?
Our Sun Priest. Our order has made it this far thanks to his guiding light.
Okay, and where is this Savohar?
He went up to the tower to meditate 3 days ago, and he won't come down until the sun shows him the way to our new home. The fallen storm bird is an omen, he said. And of course, it must be.
I see. And how long do you plan on waiting for him?
Until he returns. He will return. He must.
You're Shadow Karja, aren't you?
We are the Order of Twilight.
The difference being...
When the usurper Avad killed his father, we fled with the Karja in shadow to Sunfall. Our lives there were difficult. Savohar saw our misery, lifted us up, protected us from the corrupt priests and heartless kestrels. When their rule ended, Savohar led us from the Shadowlands. The long night ends, and the setting sun will lead us to salvation, he said. And so he named us the Order of Twilight. We journeyed west in search of a better life.
Why didn't you go back to Meridian?
Avad is a patricide. We will not kneel to the likes of him. We must walk in twilight to our new home. Savohar will lead us there.
Uh-huh.
So, well, listen to what one of the things she said. She said, the long night is ending and the setting sun's light will guide us. And like, okay.
What are you basing that on?
Well, no. The long night ends and then the setting sun? No, when the night ends, Miss Whoever, the rising sun.
Yeah.
That's what, so already it's like, I mean, I'm just picking at her, whatever, but I'm like, that sounds weird. What are you talking about? Anyway, are you in danger?
There's an Oseram in Chainscrape.
Oh, you are in danger, okay.
He wants the Stormbird up there.
Yes. He was here just yesterday. A very unpleasant man, even by Oseram standards. He made all manner of threats. But we will not be intimidated.
That's all well and good, but he's got friends. Sooner or later, his whole gang will show up.
Savohar will come through. He always does. We just need to give him more time.
You're out of time, Lakasha. You need to consider packing up and...
We won't leave him. And we won't let others disrupt his meditation.
Well, they're going to try.
I was also thinking, they don't really give you any history about their journey other than the little snippet they gave you. They're like, we left the Shadow Karja with riches and all this food, but Savohar's never let us down. I'm like, you are starving and you have nothing. That is not a good leader. I don't think that's how it happened, but I'm just like...
Your priest, Savohar. You said he's been up there 3 days?
His meditation can't be rushed.
So he does this often? Meditating for days on end?
Well, it doesn't usually take this long. But he will guide us through. He always has. We have faith.
Sure. But shelter looks like a more pressing concern.
I agree. Can't look to people for salvation.
Those machines nearly wiped you out. And Oseram thugs are watching you, just waiting to strike.
Where did you
You're
come
in
from?
danger here. You need to grab Savohar and get out.
Our situation. This is the worst we've endured. I know we cannot stay here, but without Savohar to guide us, I don't...
Let me up there. And I'll convince him it's time to move on.
But his meditation. If he hasn't received his vision, he won't follow.
At least let me check on him. If he's been up there for days.
Yes. Yes, that is sensible, I suppose. Please, be careful. The trail up to the tower's falling apart. Savohar is strong, but it could not have been an easy climb.
It rarely is.
Let the Nora pass.
I'm just. Oh, by the way, I'm taking what little supplies you have, but
Yeah.
Anyway,
They don't need them.
come on, get over there. You know, several things popped in my head. It was like Savo. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to jump on you. It's like Savohar went up there. Why can't I save? Okay, I can't. It's red though. Red to me means no, you can't. It's just, it's disabled, but whatever. Yeah, Savohar, went up to meditate. He took the rest of our food and
Yeah.
like what?
And also a glider. No.
Yeah. Hi. Not an easy climb. Well,
I mean,
the red
like,
is I can't climb.
they
Looks like I
they
should
have
head up.
really, really strong faith in this guy.
Yeah.
But people aren't who you look to for, like, salvation and all that stuff, because people are people. They're gonna fail. We're not perfect. So that's my issue I have with them, is like, they're like, no, he'll help us. He'll do it. He's always come through. He'll
Caution's
do
right.
this.
The trail's in bad shape.
Like, there's having faith in something, and then there's being wise. Like, you don't.
Well, then there's also having faith in something that I guess if he's come through with them in the past, they can kind of trust in that part of it.
Yeah.
So but yeah, you don't just be like, well, no, he said this, and
Reach those beams.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, they have faith in, like the lady was saying, he's come through before. I don't know. Maybe it's just because.
well, you're like, I wouldn't say we both have points. It's just like they can't trust that he will never fail them because,
Yeah.
like you said, he's human. There's not a human alive that's not failed. And so it's like, not to say that, oh, therefore you will. It's just, you can't, there's not a, you will never fail us. You can't have
Yeah.
that attitude because that's not true.
I might be able to make the jump to the other side.
Maybe.
If I really go for it.
That was actually pretty easy.
That's a lot of blood. Savohars.
Yeah, it'd be sad. Well, I guess, he gets something.
Stormbird.
He's already there.
Getting closer.
But, yeah, he, and, it's possible, I guess. I'm trying to get over there, right?
Yes.
Can I just glide? Like,
Yeah,
skip
go
all
for
of
it.
that?
Yeah,
Like,
sure. I think you could skip them. Yeah.
Going down.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, ooh, he has to get past all those machines. I'm like, or just leave. Just don't. Yeah, like, this one's not red. Why the heck?
In pretty bad shape.
Went to quick save. Quick save.
Maybe it's
There
because.
we go.
Is this one going to turn red? No. I don't know, man. I don't know.
The true sun above me. The true sun before me. Show me the way this eventide. The true sun above me.
You must be Savohar.
The true sun before me. Show me the way this eventide. No. No. The vessel must be empty for the coming vision.
You don't need a vision. You need medical attention.
It's true.
On the way up, I saw parts of the trail had given way. Is that how you hurt yourself?
My pain. All part of the ritual.
You're hurt bad. And your people are running out of time. Staring at the Stormbird isn't solving anything.
You don't understand the omen. It fell here at the beacon. I just need to see the twilight path. My people will find their home.
Listen, Lakasha is doing the best she can down there, but machine attacks, angry Oseram. The Order is scared, Savar.
The last rays of Eventide will burn away their fear.
I don't think so.
What happened to his hands, too? Like, let's see if you see his hands, like
What
they're
do you
like
think's
black,
gonna happen
like
here?
dark.
If you sit long enough, the sun will show you something?
A path to a new home. The fallen machine can only mean that the storm has passed. And salvation is at hand.
Or some Oseram shot it, and it hit an old tower. Your people are worried about you. They need shelter, security.
The true sun above me. The true sun before me. Show me the way. This eventide.
I think you've been staring at your salvation this whole time.
The true sun above me.
Gotta get over to that Stormbird. Grab its heart.
What are they? Do they worship the sun?
Yeah, well, the card, or sorry, the... Okay.
Or the shadow card,
Oh, gosh,
or the
okay.
twilight card, whatever.
I don't even
Is
know.
it the moon?
Stormbird heart is valuable. Enough to feed all the refugees waiting below. And his answer is sunstroke and a prayer? Why does every priest I meet think blind faith is the answer to everything?
Yeah, that's the key word, blind faith.
Well, and this game takes the approach that, well, maybe not every religion, but it seems like religion can be explained away scientifically. Like, oh yeah. Like he's like, oh no, that's a sign, and she's like, no, a Stormbird was shot and it fell into a tower. Like, duh. They take this like, oh yeah, if you believe in religion or some god, then you're an idiot, pretty much. Which, you know, if that's kind of how they feel, the developers and stuff like that, then hey, I'm totally fine with that. That's their
The Oseram
opinion.
that was watching the refugees probably went to get Tolland.
But there's so many
before he
things
comes back.
that you cannot explain.
Yeah.
Like life, for example. How do
Yeah,
you explain that?
I've heard one thing with that, and it was like,
The Order should
we've
be able
created
to
life in the
afford shelter for
laboratory.
this
And what they
food,
did
ginger
was,
juice,
in a
and
very
peppermints.
controlled environment, they were
I
able
can trade it
to
with Reyna the
kind
next
of
time I see
recreate some, like, simple proteins, but they only lasted for, like,
How you holding up?
a couple seconds and then
I need to get back
dissipated.
over there.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, what
that
the
was
heck?
weird. All that to say, like, one, you didn't get anywhere close to life. You see him like
You like knocked
quick-
him over. He's dead.
I think I kicked him. I think I kicked
Yeah.
him to death. I'm sorry, so hard. He's like,
I guess you did the best you could. Rest easy now. I'll make sure your people are safe. I should let Lakasha know. And give her the Stormbird heart.
You should just be able to jump down and glide, I would imagine.
yeah.
Whee! It is always cool. I like it. But yeah, like,
And down.
there's just so many things that
Holding up?
we can't explain. So I come to the conclusion that there was a creator.
I'm a generous gent. So I'll give you one more chance to make it easy on yourselves and clear out.
We won't let you pass, Oseram. If you choose bloodshed, that's on your conscience.
Ain't it just like the Carja to make things harder than they have to be? Okay, boys. You heard her. Get your consciences ready.
Hold on now, Tolland.
You again? Listen, I'm all out of patience here. I clipped that Stormbird's wings. The salvage is mine. I don't care who gets in my way. Nora savages or Shadow Carja fleabags. I'm taking it.
You have to go through me, tough break, finders keepers. Actually, I think I'll say that because there was some Oseram law about that. It was like whoever gets to the salvage first, that's who claims it, not who kills it.
Well, from what I hear, the law says that whoever gets the salvage first keeps it. Which in this case is me. Am I right?
You took the heart? I shot that Stormbird! Me!
Am I right?
She's right, boss. Blasted love, shut up! Okay. You win. Hey, I'm doing fine. I don't need that salvage anyhow. But these people need all the help they can get. Come on, boys. Back to Chain Scrape. I need a drink.
He was like, I'm doing fine. I don't even need the salvage. I'm like, that's why you almost murdered like
Aloy,
9
again,
people.
we thank you.
Yeah, you didn't need the salvage.
You're welcome. Now take this heart. Use it to buy food, clothes, shelter for your people. Maybe even land to build a new home.
This is... Savahar must make these decisions.
No, I'm sorry, Lakasha. Savahar isn't coming back. He's gone. I know it's hard, but your people need a leader now. Go to
Yes,
Chain Scrape.
you will lead us. No,
Talk
no,
to
that's
the
not what I
forge
meant.
woman there, Petra. Give her the Stormbird heart. She'll look after you and your people until you can get back on your feet. Find your path.
I'll do my best, Aloy. What choice do I have? Here, please accept this. It is modest, but I hope it helps in some small way. To Chain Scrape, then.
What'd you give us? Okay, just some like crafting stuff.
Here is our very special bow that no one ever gets in the game. It's like, wait, you had this valuable thing the whole time?
I mean, it did say, it did kind of speak a lot about Talon, because honestly, he probably could have just taken on everybody like, you know, oh, well, finders keepers, that's the law, I get to keep it. And he could be like, you know what?
I don't care.
Forget that. Yeah, let's just kill everybody. You know, but he didn't do that. So, you know, see the bright side, I guess. All right, guys. Well, we will go ahead and call it an episode there. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see everybody in the next episode.